G'day guys, the following review contains spoilers, so spoiler alert, you have been warned. Let's kick it off. So Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 1, titled The Marshal, was directed by Rick Famuyiwa, who also directed Episode 2 and 6 of Season 1. And man, is this a good Star Wars episode. First, it kicks off with an underground fight featuring two Gamorrean guards going at it armed with vibro blades. Now, Gamorrean guards first made their appearance in Return of the Jedi, and pretty soon we're introduced to Cobb Vance. Now, Cobb Vance was first brought into the Star Wars universe in Aftermath, the Star Wars book series, and he's played by Deadwood's Timothy Olyphant, who has been defending a small town on Tatooine called Mos Pelgo. And Timothy Olyphant is best known for his Western roles, so it really does work with that theme and pays homage to the roots of what this show is all about, which is sci-fi Western. Now, let's talk about that armor he's wearing. Keen-eyed fans will know this once belonged to none other than the legendary bounty hunter himself, Boba Fett. That's right, we find out what happened to Boba Fett's armor. Last we saw, he was supposedly eaten, by the Sarlacc in Return of the Jedi, but he's alive. So we get a little backstory about what happened to his armor, and Cobb, he essentially bought it from Jawas. And then finally, at the end of the episode, the huge reveal that Boba Fett himself is alive. We see him standing with the twin suns in the background, which is classic Star Wars, as Mando drives off with his armor. Sure, the actor who we see in the shot could be a clone. It's the same actor that was playing Jango Fett in the Clone Wars, but I don't think that's what they're going for here. It really feels like this is Boba Fett. It fits in with the overall story. The episode is full of Easter eggs, almost too many to point out in this video because we want to keep it pretty quick. But one that sticks out is Cobb's speeder, which is a pod racer engine. And some fans, myself included, think it looks very, very similar to Anakin's pod racer engine from Phantom Menace. Now, this episode builds up to a huge fight with a monster called the Greater Krayt Dragon, which has been terrorizing Mos Pelgo. And you might think this species was just cooked up by Disney for the Mandalorian show, but it really doesn't seem like it was, because if you look at A New Hope from this scene here, you'll see that it looks very much like a Greater Krayt Dragon skeleton there with C-3PO, which is really cool because it shows that the creators are taking the Star Wars story seriously and are drawing inspiration from all of the little threads that George Lucas left in the original trilogy. Sure, at its core, this episode was a simple monster beat-em-up, but to Star Wars fans, it was so much more. It expanded the lore in interesting ways, particularly around sand people and how their society works, Tatooine's flora and fauna, and not to mention, of course, Baby Yoda. He's back, and once again, he steals every scene that he's in. But I do kind of get the feeling that he got a lot more airtime in this episode than he did in previous installments, and he didn't really do anything. But obviously Disney's capitalizing on the popularity of Baby Yoda, and hey, I'm a fan, so give me more of that cute little green blob. I love it, and I can't wait to see what happens next.